My name is Lena Hartley. I'm 32 years old. And the day I discovered that my own sister had sold my personal diary to her friends, I realized I had been living in a house full of people I couldn't trust. I was in my tiny Boston apartment, surrounded by half-packed boxes. The diary was just a notebook, leather-bound, filled with everything I thought I had safely hidden: my fears, my dreams, my failures, the messy details of my love life after my divorce. My sister, Emily, had taken photos of the pages and shared them with her friends at her art school. I didn't cry at first. I just sat on the floor, tracing the edges of the notebook, wondering how someone so close could betray me so casually. Before we go on, tell me where you're listening from right now. A quiet bedroom after a long day? A living room where everyone's still awake? Or a car parked somewhere you finally get to breathe? This is Echoes of Life, and you're not alone here. I grew up in a family that valued image above honesty. My parents were always busy, my father with law clients, my mother with charity boards. Emily, my younger sister, by 3 years, had always been the charming one. People loved her art, her laugh, her social media posts. I, on the other hand, had learned early that discretion and patience were survival skills. But this Emily crossing the line was different. I remembered the morning I found out. My phone buzzed with notifications from strangers. Lena, your diary entries. Did you write that? Is this really your private thoughts? Wow, I never knew. I stared at the screen, heart pounding. Then I called Emily. Why would you do this? I demanded. She laughed, light and careless. Oh Lena, it's just harmless fun. Everyone's talking about you now. You should thank me for making you famous. I didn't laugh. I realized in that moment that nothing about my family protected me. My trust had always been one-sided, and this betrayal was the final confirmation. I packed my remaining essentials into a backpack. No goodbye, no explanation. I wasn't leaving because I hated was leaving to protect myself. The next day, I rented a small studio in downtown Boston. No frills, no furniture beyond the basics. Just 4 walls that were mine, finally. I didn't even take my laptop. Emily could hack into accounts if she wanted. I would start fresh, offline. It was terrifying. Financially, emotionally, socially, I had no network, no support, no one I could trust. But as I sat on the floor that first night, staring at the blank walls, a strange feeling came over me. Not relief, not happiness, control. I could finally decide how my life would unfold. My past, my diary, my betrayals, they didn't define me anymore. I could write the next chapter myself. That week, I applied for new jobs, contacted old friends cautiously, and began budgeting every dollar. Every choice was deliberate. Every decision was mine. But Emily didn't let it go. Social media messages, indirect comments at family gatherings, even whispers through mutual friends. She wanted to see me crumble, and for a moment, I almost did. Almost. And then something clicked. If she wanted me to react, I wouldn't. I would outlast her. I would rebuild silently, with strategy, with patience, with careful steps. She had the gossip. I had my life. The following weeks were quiet but deliberate. I blocked Emily on all social media. Every mutual friend was told, firmly, that I wasn't discussing family drama. No reaction, no gossip. Every time I felt the old panic rising, the humiliation, the anger, I reminded myself, this time, I control the story. I found a temp job at a boutique event planning firm in Boston. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest work I could rely on. I set up my small studio apartment with thrifted furniture and a sense of space I hadn't had in years. Every item was chosen because I wanted it, not because someone else told me it should be perfect for them. Then came the first invitation. My parents were hosting a charity gala, the same one Emily always shone at. I ignored the emails, the calls, the passive-aggressive messages through mutual friends. For the first time, I felt freedom in absence. One evening, as I walked home from work, my phone rang. Unknown number. Hesitant, I answered. Lena. It's Emily. Her voice had lost some of its usual charm. Hello, I said, Tom. No warmth, no anger. I think you need to know. People are talking. About what happened. About the diary. I let a beat pass. Then I said, quietly but firmly, Emily, your words don't define me. Your actions don't control me. I am done reacting to your choices. There was silence on the other end. Then a soft, almost surprised whisper. You're really serious? I've never been more serious. That night, I reflected on everything I'd lost: trust, comfort, financial stability, and a sister I once believed would always have my back. But I also realized what I had gained: autonomy, clarity, and the knowledge that boundaries aren't cruel, they're essential. The weeks turned into months. I made small victories: a promotion at work, reconnecting with friends who respected my privacy, reclaiming financial independence, and slowly building a life where my diary and my secrets were truly safe. Eventually, Emily tried reaching out again. "Can we talk, please?" I paused, considering the little sister I had once protected, the betrayer I had left behind, and the woman I had become. "I will always care about you," I said. "But trust is earned, not inherited. And right now, I need to protect myself first." That was the last time I heard from her. And for the first time in my life, I didn't feel guilty. I had walked away from betrayal, from family manipulation, and from the silent expectation that I would always absorb the damage. I didn't need validation, apologies, or revenge. I needed me, and for the first time, I had her. As I sat in my studio, watching Boston's skyline glow through the windows, I smiled quietly. I was building a life that no one could compromise. A life that belonged entirely to me. And in that stillness, I realized the most important truth. Sometimes, leaving is the bravest form of love, for yourself.